stay focused and energized using G Fuel, you can use the discount code OGXRAYZ to get 10% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. So I have another episode of my epic weapon variant guide, and today we're going to be taking a look at a pretty unique one. One that's probably different from all of the other weapons in the game, and it's one that you don't necessarily have to spend salvage on because you can only unlock it from getting mission teams and progressing and ranking up. So this weapon, I believe, is the first one everyone is going to unlock with their first epic weapon if you're not lucky enough to get them from supply drops. But this one is one that you're going to have to grind for, and you're probably going to get it first without even realizing it. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So what we have here is going to be the FHR-40 Windfall. Now this is the epic weapon you get from completing the challenges for your team challenges. The very first one you get from playing Infinite Warfare. Before you even switch out to any of the other mission teams, you are already pre-selected to this one. So chances are maybe a lot of you guys have been leveling this up without even realizing, and chances are you probably unlocked this guy also without even realizing that you were progressing and leveling up your mission team. So as for the actual perks or traits that it has, you guys can see on screen it has Invigorate. Killing an enemy refills a portion of your health, which seems OP, but it doesn't completely reheal your health. It only gives you a little bit more portion back. And then also it has Stockpile, which means it has increased ammo, and it does stack with extended mags, so you get even more if you slap extended mags on here. So it's really cool. So with that said, and with those components in mind, let's go ahead and talk about how the weapon felt and if it's a cool one. So first of all, I do want to say that the iron sights, or the sight that this weapon has on it, is actually a legit one. It's a really good one. You don't need to put anything else on it. In fact, I would preferably keep this one to keep that extra point so you can use it somewhere else. And on top of that, it actually also has a little bit of a kind of seeker or infrared kind of scope to it that kind of lets you know and outlines or fills in the body of enemies. So it is really good for that. Now, as for the actual getting health back, I noticed it, but it wasn't like OP, or it wasn't like incredibly useful, like where you kill someone and if you're badly damaged suddenly you're perfectly fine. It really is mostly so if you took a little bit of damage as you were in a gunfight with someone, you replenish, I'd say maybe half of what you lost. So it's not really extreme, but it's definitely enough to kind of save you if, say, there was a second person who was aiming at you, and it gives you just enough time to get away around that corner, or, you know, be able to actually be competitive in another gunfight. So would I say it's useful? Yes. Would I say it's OP? Definitely not. This guy right here, the really cool thing about it, you unlock it for mission teams, so it's not one you have to spend any salvage on, and it'll be easily one of the best weapons you can get. Now, I did want to say though that this weapon does have a little bit of recoil on it, so it's pretty bad actually, honestly. You want to be using this guy as close as possible, up close, medium range even, you can kind of get away with it, but it's definitely a weapon you're not going to be using at a distance, and it's definitely one you want to keep in close quarter combat situations. Now, apart from that, the rate of fire was actually kind of surprised. I felt like it was slower than it was supposed to be. Like, I almost feel like looking at this guy that should be like a P90 and, you know, just have an incredibly fast rate of fire, or a pretty fast rate of fire, but it wasn't exactly that. It didn't feel like it was melting people because, again, it doesn't have any damage changes or any kind of changes to that statistically. It just has a little bit of extra health you get if you kill someone. So it kind of felt like the base weapon, and it didn't really do that much damage. It didn't really do a lot of damage. It took a little bit of time to kill people. It wasn't exactly a melt machine. I just wanted to mention that before we jump into the actual class setup. So let's go ahead now and talk about the class setup. Now, as for the class setup for this guy, I would highly recommend you use foregrip. We talked about that recoil it has. It's manageable when you have a foregrip on here. It works a little bit. Obviously, foregrip isn't some OP thing, but it does help out, especially with this weapon if you want to be competitive at a medium range. You want to use laser sight on here. I recommend it with all SMGs, regardless if it's an epic or a rare or a common or just a base weapon. I would highly recommend it. It just makes it easier for you, especially if you're going to be in close combat. You want to have as much advantage as you can in the zone or the range that you should be in. So there we go. And then finally, the last one I recommend is going to be quick draw. It's going to make it so you're able to really get a beat on people and really beat them out, especially if you're shooting first. Again, I mentioned it felt like it took a little while longer to kill someone. Being able to aim down sights faster than them is really going to help you kind of balance that out. So there we go. We didn't need any extended mags. We didn't need any kind of sight on here. Use those for a quick draw, for a foregrip, or if you want advanced rifling or rifled barrel or whatever you want. use whatever you want, just you don't need the sight and you don't need any kind of extended mags, which is really, really cool. So there you go. That is the FHR-40 Windfall. It's a really good weapon. I would highly recommend leveling up your mission team to get this guy if you haven't already. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely a useful one. I would say it's a pretty good one, and if you did have to spend salvage, which you don't, you actually earned this one just by leveling up, I would say it was worth the salvage just because of that little bit of an experience there with the extra health, and it's a lot of fun. It really is, especially when you start chaining kills together. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of my epic weapon variant guide. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a favorite on the video. It does help out, it is appreciated. And if you are new, if you want to see more content like this, I'm gonna have a ton more Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Modern Warfare Remastered news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Go ahead and turn on notifications by smashing that bell icon as well. Go ahead and ring it. And of course, guys, if you guys want to, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, link down below to that if you guys want to talk or news or just for random craziness. And also, if you guys want to, check out my gaming channel, link down below. I'll see you guys next time. Follow me on Twitter, like, comment, subscribe. Check out Control Freak. They're having a special sale right now, 15% off with my code till the end of the month. So check them out, link down below, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.